5:15, almost right on the second time I predicted. We'll have a brief statement by Cobb County Board of Commissioners Chairwoman Lisa Cupid on today's announcement. Holly Quinlan is here with Cobb County Travel and Tourism. We'll also have a brief statement. And Jerica Richardson, Cobb County District 2 Commissioner, the area that comprises the Battery and the ballpark. She's here to answer some questions as well. But in the meantime, here is Chairwoman Cupid.
Thank you, Ross, and thank you all of you for being here today. Due to the volume of inquiry, I thought it would be best we just had a press conference to address the news that we all learned. While I certainly am disappointed that Major League Baseball has decided to pull the All-Star game from Cobb County, Georgia, I certainly do understand and ask that we take this as an opportunity to reflect on what occurred and to determine what we can do to address some of the challenges with this legislation, to encourage voter participation and inclusion in our county and in our state. I think we have opportunity to rise from this blow that we have been dealt, but to take advantage of this opportunity to, again, address policies and concerns that have been with us. And I think we have what it takes to be able to turn this around and, again, appeal to all of our residents and businesses to help us move forward from this.
And Commissioner Monique Sheffield's also arrived, and I think Holly Quinlan, you wanted to give a brief statement right now, and then we'll take questions. Holly Quinlan with Cobb County Travel and Tourism.
Cobb Travel and Tourism is saddened for Cobb County's hospitality community about the relocation of the MLB All-Star Game and Draft. This event would have directly impacted our county and the state as visitors spend their dollars on local accommodations, transportation, entertainment, and recreation, food as well as retail throughout the county. This would have been a big boost to Cobb businesses and help with recovery efforts after the COVID-19 pandemic. We are proud of the work that many community partners have dedicated to planning the All-Star Game activities, and we will continue, as we always do, to show who we are in Cobb through our outreach, customer service, and hard work.
Okay, questions?
Can you guys take us into the conversations with Major League Baseball? The union rep, the commissioner, kind of take us through how the conversation went.
Certainly, we've decided to be limited in what we talked about during that conversation. I could say it was fruitful, where we discussed the decision that was going to be made. Certainly, I appealed for them to stay here in Cobb County. And that appeal was similar to the appeal that I made publicly in the video that surfaced prior to that conversation, where we have a lot of people who will be impacted by this. As much as we were buoyed by the decision that they made to come here, we were deflated in a sense when we learned that they were going to make a decision otherwise. Our economy here in Georgia and in Cobb County, it depends on travel and tourism. It depends on retail. And these certainly would have been uplifted should they have chosen to stay here. And recognizing that we're in a pandemic, this would have given us a lift out of that. And so certainly we were disappointed, but wanted to see how we could take the energy and concern of the Players Association and channel that into something positive and constructive for us, because we know the challenges that are associated with the bill. However, we know the opportunities that we have here to get past it. And even with the Major League Baseball Association deciding to leave, we still have those opportunities before us. And I think we have an imperative to get some things right, or we're going to miss out on other opportunities.
How worried are you that if this bill, I mean, it's law now, if
yes, sir.
The higher court doesn't strike it down or it stays in law, that Cobb County, along with the rest of Metro Atlanta, is not going to get a bigger bill?
We certainly hope that we have a strong voice and influence in our civic and business leaders to appeal to our leaders in the state legislation, that we can do better as a state to showcase that we are an open and inviting county that not only values our visitors, but we value our residents and our voters.
How shocked were you when the announcement came down? Did you get a call from Major League Baseball, or what? How did you find out about this?
I got a call. I can't say it was from Major League Baseball, but I got a call.
When you found out, what were your emotions?
I can't say I was surprised. Again, I think there's been a lot of energy and conversation around this where we were all aware of what risks that, the Senate bill put our state, what risks it forced upon our state and upon our county. We were all aware. So, it wasn't new to learn that they would do it. I just felt as if we had enough positive momentum from that conversation, from our business leaders, that we would have seen a different result.
We really want to get a picture of the financial impact that this is going to have. I mean, you're saying, it's going to really impact this community, but there was some estimations out there of how much this is really going to help you pick up from the pandemic. Did you guys have any estimates on how hard this is going to be?
Certainly, again, we have had a lot of men and women working across our county to make this event happen. And we were willing to invest in it in a county because we saw a return coming to the county. And so, again, that's disheartening for us. But again, I'm also confident that we will do what it takes to move forward and get through this.
What were the emotions like with those business owners, with those restaurant owners? Many of them were probably really looking forward to having that business come in.
Certainly, I agree with you. They were looking forward to it, so you can anticipate how they felt. There was concern initially when the conversation started to become more public, but also just general disheartenment, because all of us looked forward to this event coming to Cobb County. It's not every day that you get an event of this magnitude that comes to your community. And so a lot of us were positioning ourselves for this to be a successful event for our county. And, I'm pretty sure they're as disappointed as I am.
Is there anything positive you can take out of this?
Certainly. You have to. You always learn to make lemonade out of lemons, and that whenever challenges are before you or setbacks, you always have opportunity to learn from it and to position yourself to not have to experience that again. So I'm looking forward to us coming together and being able to do that. The same residents are here, the same businesses that are here that would have benefited from this event. We will all stand to benefit if we could come together and talk about how we can better position ourselves as a county and as our state to be viewed as an open county and one that, again, values the vote of all of our residents.
Chairwoman, what's going to become of the security package that the BOC approved earlier this month?
We've began to have some discussions around that, and so we'd anticipate that certain expenditures would not need to be made, and we will do what we can to recoup any expenditures that have gone towards this game.
Can you elaborate on that for a moment?
Certainly. We had an agenda item about 2 weeks ago where we set aside funds to address public safety needs associated with this event. And so if there were any expenditures that were made, we will have to do what we can to see if we can recoup that. And if there's any saving grace, we knew that some of those expenditures would have benefited the county beyond the All-Star game. So if there's anything that can continue to have a positive impact in the county, we'll certainly look to see how we can keep that resource. But if there are things that are purely associated with the game, we'll have to have some conversations with the league to see how we recover from that.
What's the impact going to be to places like the Galleria, the Performing Arts Center that we're counting on this event?
They have already been negatively impacted by the pandemic, and certainly not only those venues, but a lot of venues were looking forward to recovering. Through us getting out, through more people getting vaccinated, and certainly by having such an event here like this in the county. And so with all of that being said, I'm pretty sure you can perceive how those venues could be impacted by this.
Were there any conversations that included the Braves, but the conversations between the county and the MLB, were the Braves part of that at all?
Or part of?
Were they being included in that conversation?
You would have
Discussing with them?
you would have to direct that to the Braves. Yeah.
What do you want people to take away from this? It's such a bitter day for a lot of people here. What do you want them to take away moving forward?
We can always be better. Whether it's a great day, we can always be better, or it's a down day, we can always be better. We can always learn from something. And so let's take this as an opportunity for us to see what we have within ourselves that attracted MLB to come here in the first place, how we take that energy to determine how we're going to move forward from this. Yeah.
Would you say that the decision was already made before they even called you?
If that was the case, I did not know it. Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody.
Commissioners Sheffield and Richardson are here. Holly's here if you got any more questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a tough day.